who are... Wait. Go back. Team Ducker. We're pretty much gonna make it to where the... Boom. And put you right there, dude. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Now we're a little bit better. Bingo! Looks like it stopped pouring rain outside. We had some thunder and lightning striking. A little bit of rain out here for a little bit. But it looks like it's gone. Thank God. I'm tired of rain. Got some flooding going on over here.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
Down the hill.
Coming up, we'll see a three-time Pro Bowler, Derek Carr, leading the Oakland Raiders as they match up with Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. From up top, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is...
Let's see, anybody I can invite to the party chat? Let's see. Nobody's on right now. Well. Let's get this party started. Well, since the Raiders are moving to Vegas,
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Texans offense heading out, and it's Deshaun Watson leading the way, the third-year man out of Clemson. Last year, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, but the big number for the Texans, he was sacked a league-high 62 times. They'll try to do better in this one.
Really needed some upkeep, a lot of upkeep. So, that's my team doing baseball team coming here also.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And let's look here at the Houston offense.
And the running game is headlined by Lamar Miller, the veteran out of the University of Miami, who gives you tough inside runs and some speed to burn when he gets into the open field. He's the only player in NFL history with 2 touchdown runs over 95 yards in his career.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A look at the defensive starters now for the Raiders. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
But I was smart. Instead of letting AD...
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw is Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And some room to roam now. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw.
And now it's blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and 2. Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Shotgun now for Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Ooh, Jesus. There might be 100% sure.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, you're going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that big-time game?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's complete to Fuller. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Watson. And the Raiders have got him. Clelin Ferrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run with Miller, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Come on, baby. Let's go.
A reminder later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Come on now, let's go. Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. From the gun, it's Carr. Flushed out right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. This game, this matchup means a little more to the Carr family. Derek Carr's brother David, of course, the first overall pick in 2002 by these Houston Texans. Spent 5 years as the Texans starter, and then he would eventually spend 6 more years as a backup in the league at various spots before calling it a career. Carr completes it, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Carr now on first down. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Marcell Ateman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
How are you throwing that, dude?
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This one away by the punter, Dar. Taken in at the 22. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, no.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now a first down throw, Watson. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. On the right side, this is Miller. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Watson. And Bright has it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Oh. Come on, man. Look, you can't just... No, dude, you can't just sit there.
Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Come down. Up to that. Give me that look, mister.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
That was nice feet. All right, nice kick.
54 Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They begin with a run by Miller. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start with a couple of new playoff teams from a year ago. The LA Chargers on the road in Chicago. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in the second quarter. Phillip Rivers has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass.
Is that better?
Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. In that game, all square as they take on the visiting Seahawks. In our game, it's been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
There you go, my kitties.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And they must have seen something leading. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
What? You mad at me? I don't want you on me anyways, dude.
Carl come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 29, Carr eluding the pressure right. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over him. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Escaping the pressure right. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He's got Fuller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Exit.
To throw on 3rd down. Watson, and that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
What now? 180. Army.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On 2nd down, Martin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Here we go.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And here comes the Texans now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing again is Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Raiders now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Here's Jacobs. And some room to work. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. This is Carr.
That was a nice fucking play.
Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr.
Oh my God, dude, you gotta see that. Where is it? Instant replay.
His guys continue to put this one out of reach.
We gotta watch that again. Look at this. It's supposed to be going to number 16 over here. Where is it? Plus. Right, it's supposed to be going over here to 16. But you get his hands on the ball, gets hit. Waller has the chance to regulation or the knowledge to look where that ball's at and to grab it, turn and fall into the end zone for the touchdown, baby. 416 Williams, man.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
That was awesome. Awesome sauce. Make me another cigarette. Oh, man. See, I grab a bag of tobacco and then I get a tube, and down here on the floor, right here, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Right here, I have a machine, and with this machine, you lift the lid, and you stick your tobacco inside right there. And you get it inside its little spot. push. Voila. Cigarette. So, you guys are always wondering what the hell that noise is when I'm streaming. The whole noise or whatever you get from the machine. I'm not the type of guy that can make random noises of certain stuff. But yeah. So using my tobacco machine to make me smokes while I'm streaming. It saves, cuts the cost, man. Like, cut that thing of tobacco.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Got a little bit left in this one.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
12 yards there and a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Watson on first down. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
93. One, later one.
First down. Here's the run with Martin. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On on second down. It's Washington, and he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Final score now from Atlanta. And the Falcons have wound up winning that football game. Matt Ryan, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Raiders, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll be
2-6. Let's upgrade you guys. There you go. Advance to the Lion. No longer. Coach, I wanted to keep. I want you to keep an eye out for all the defensive linemen. He was a big player. All right, well, that concludes the game broadcast tonight. If it's not too too stormy like it's been going, I might stream some Wreckfest in a little bit. But it seems like the thunder and the lightning that we're having with the rain is interfering with my internet, so we'll see. But catch you either later on today or tonight before I go to bed, or possibly tomorrow at some point. Who knows? Just keep an eye out. But for right now, have a good night. Check you all later.